Hello, welcome to part 3 of showing how to do different health bars. In the first two parts, I showed how to do a health using text and health using a image to create a health bar-like system. And for this one, we will use images to display all of our health entirely. And what I mean by this is if I go into my little art folder, I have prepared a set of hearts. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 hearts, like so. And these will be images that will display how much health we have. So for this one, for starters, let's create an image. Same way we did for our health bar. I'm just going to place it below. And I'm going to call it the health heart, like so. And what we'll do is just attach, well, first we need to set all of our images that we have as a sprite. Now, I don't have any assets to share these two, but you can easily find something online to follow through. So I'll just attach any of the images for now. It doesn't matter which one you put on to start, just attach any image. You can leave it as blank as well, but it's easier to visualize when you place UIs when there is something to correlate to. And with this done, let's create a new script and we will call it how should we call it? So this is going to be the visual health display. Sure. Now let's open up this script, and just like with all the other ones, we need to have a Unity engine.ui. We will need to have a image like in the previous one, and this is going to be our health image. And we will need to have all of our images here and there of a type sprite 2D and UI. So I'll use an array of type sprite, like so, and this is going to be the health image, health sprites, like so. Now let's prepare everything now that we have this done. Let's go into our health display manager and add our new class through. Let's drag in our new health in here, and for all of these we want to put these, and they have to be in the correct order. That's very important that you do it in the correct order. Otherwise, it's not going to work as you would expect it to. I feel like I'm missing one. There we go. Now, how does a array work? So arrays have slot numbers. So this can be visualized here where it says element. So element 0 is this one, element 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like so. So we will need a number that will correspond for our elements, and that's going to be our integer, and let's call it, I guess this is going to be our health. Well, current health, like so. Just like in the previous examples, we will use the range and serializable field to be able to adjust it, but this time we'll limit it to 5, and that's because this is how many images we have. So, and then let's create a public void update health images, like so. And what we'll do here is we'll get our health image dot sprite, and what we will essentially do is we will change the sprite that we have based on the health that we have. So let's just set our current health to 3 by default, and then in here we will do health image dot sprite is equal to health sprites at position of our current health. So this is the index of the array that the sprite will equal to. Now for this, let's create a start function and just run this at the very start to set the current option, and then let's do this in update as well so we can modify it like we did with previous ones for our examples. So now let's give this a try and see how well it works. Where are we? I feel like we are not running. Oh, Let's just do to 3 at the start. The reason why it turned out to be 0 is because we turned serializable before we attached the value, and the serializable values overwrite what's in the code. So there you go. We have 3. We change this to 2. We change this to 1. We change this to 0. So there you go. That's a fully working alternative way to display. Now, the biggest problem with this is that this is more prone to error than the other ones. So if I set our range to, well, 6, or we don't use this range slider at all, and I try to go above, we will get the following error. And this error will basically say, well, you're trying to attach an image at position number 6, but the highest element position is number 5. So there are ways to prevent this from happening. So same way how we had maximum health in the other ones, we can just create private const float max health, and we can set this to 5, aka the number of our images, or even if we remove the const and we don't know how much our maximum health is, we could do something as a max health is equal to health sprite dot length. And if we put this as serializable, we'll see remove this value from here, and let's see how much this will give us for this specific value. There you go. So our max health is 6. Of course, 6 is a problem because that's the array out of, but the length itself is not wrong because we start counting at 0. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which means our health, max health being 6 is actually correct. So what we do in this case is manually type in -1, and that corrects it to a 5. And then what we do here is we will only update our health if our current health is smaller than or equal to our max health. We can never let this piece of code happen unless this condition is met, and that's how we error proof this piece of code. So if we now try to set it to 5, it doesn't go beyond that number, of course. And what we can also do is current health is equal to max health in case it does happen, to prevent this from happening. And I think I've changed them to different types. There you go. So that will not only, well, actually, this wouldn't be here. And then else, like so. So this will also prevent our value from being inaccurate by setting the health to maximum health if it tries to be higher than that statement in here. So this is it for the 3 different health types. I hope this will be useful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next few videos.